Hello and welcome to Up South, and this is the place where we give you all the news that is making the headlines in South of India. I'm Rohini Swami. Here's a shocking story that is coming from Bidar in Karnataka, and this is just 700 kilometers away from Bengaluru. Parents of a 9-month-old child partially buried the child in a mound of dirt during the solar eclipse on Wednesday, hoping that it would cure the child's physical disability. The child is suffering from a physical disability that led to the loss of sensation on both legs. The parents kept the child buried in the mound of dirt for nearly 3 hours in the hope that the celestial eclipse will cure the child of its ailments.
In the name of religion, in the name of they make use of the name of God, God-man, like that. They are doing this, but superstitious beliefs are there, and some people are exploiting them.
We're now joined by my colleague Pratibha Raman from Bangalore on the phone line. Pratibha, you've been speaking to Mr. T.B. Jayachandra, who's also the law minister. The Karnataka government has also been moving for the anti-superstition bill. But at the same time, while they're doing that and while they're debating that in the assembly, we're seeing such incidents again. And it's an old tradition that is taking place. What have been your political sources saying? Have they been, has there been an outcry on this? Well, we seem to have an audio problem with Pratibha's line, but here we are bringing you a story from Bidar in Karnataka. And this is a terrifying story where we've seen that a 9-month-old baby is buried. He's buried halfway through, and the parents feel that by doing that during the solar eclipse, the child could actually be treated of its ailments. Now, the child had a physical disability, and this disability was that the child had lost the sensation of both legs, and this has happened in Bidar in Karnataka. I'm now joined by the Bidar MLA from the South, Mr. Ashok Henny. Sir, thank you so much for joining us here on Up South. We're seeing this happening right in your own constituency at a point of time when we're looking at possibility that people can look at technology, look at medical sciences. Here are people in your own constituency turning towards superstition. What do you have to say?
Okay, number one, good evening. And the number one, what you're saying is correct. Because you got to understand, my constituency has 86% people living below poverty level, and over 50% of people cannot read and write. So naturally, superstition takes over. So we're trying to correct that through education. Take, for example, not only this burying a child during eclipse, but also you look at all the homas, they perform the pujas, they perform to get rid of the devil, they perform. I think it's sad that the 21st century we are still doing this. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to focus on the people with information technology, and I'm trying to get them to educated that they should get rid of the superstition.
You're also talking about education, which is the right move, but at the same time, obviously, the fact that it is not showing on the ground. People continue this because I remember for years together in North Karnataka specifically, we have seen that every time there's a solar eclipse, such incidents and such cases come up. So obviously, it has to be a lot more effective, isn't it?
Not only the illiterate people, you look at all the literate people. I've seen a lot of officers, bankers, I've seen a lot of politicians. That they do not go out and then go and have a bath after the solar eclipse and go to the temple and pray. When we know that it is a natural phenomena, it has nothing to do with any mythology or nothing to do with any of the superstition. But still, why are the educated people doing the same thing? They're going to the temple, they're praying, they're doing homas.
How will you go about impressing upon them now?
Okay, we had to educate the children. See, it's difficult to change the mindset of the older generation. Okay, especially when they're illiterate. I'm focusing on children. I'm focusing on schools,
right.
Colleges. But these are the future. These are the next generation. So I consider our generation as a lost generation in superstition. But let's do something for the next generation. At least educate them and bring them into the truly 21st century.
And I hope so that it is effective enough and we do not have to report on such cases much later. Thank you so much for talking to us on Up South. I'm now joined again by my colleague Pratibha. Pratibha, if you can hear me, I was asking you, is there an outcry, especially amongst other political parties also? Because the fact is we're looking at the lawmakers also not being effective enough and being able to educate people that these are superstitious beliefs and they could actually go and take medical help.
Well, in fact, Rohini, as you pointed out, yes, Bidar is not new to such practices. So despite Bidar, in fact, what is appalling is the fact that Bidar boasts of a literacy of about 70.51% and still such practices.
Not everyone in our country is allowed to default on a bank loan. While billionaire Vijay Mallya is sitting abroad after defaulting on a bank loan worth 9,000 crores, a poor farmer from Thanjavur in Tamil Nadu was brutalized.
So this time it's going to be me who's going to be talking to you.
It's going to be me who's going to tell you what's new from the world of technology. We have news, we have reviews, and we have Sahil doing the Redmi Note 3 review. And